Unlocking your full potential, 10 strategies for success. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today, said Franklin D. Roosevelt. We hear it all the time, right? The power is within you. But how many of us truly believe it? The journey of self-improvement isn't about becoming someone else. It's about unleashing the extraordinary individual you already are. It's about breaking free from limiting beliefs, conquering fear, and stepping into your power. So I ask you this. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Hold on to that feeling, because in this video, we're diving deep into 10 powerful strategies to unlock your full potential. Let's talk about setting goals. Are they clear, actionable, and aligned with what you truly desire? That's where SMART goals come in. It's not enough to just say, I want to be successful. What does success even mean to you? SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. When you set a SMART goal, you're not just wishing for something, you're creating a roadmap for achieving it. Think about it like this. Imagine you want to climb Mount Everest. You wouldn't just show up at the base camp without any training, equipment, or a plan, right? That's setting yourself up for failure. You need to know exactly what it takes to get to the top, break down the climb into manageable stages, and have a timeline in mind. Oprah Winfrey didn't just wake up one day as a media mogul. She set clear, specific goals for herself, worked tirelessly to overcome obstacles, and never lost sight of her vision. So what's one specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goal that you can set right now? Write it down, make a plan, and get to work. Remember, the first step towards achieving any goal is believing it's possible. Let's talk about mindset. Your mindset is everything. It's the lens through which you view the world. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Every expert started somewhere. They didn't wake up with their skills fully formed, they embraced challenges and learned from mistakes. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school team. He used it as motivation to work harder. He embraced the challenge and put in the work. Talent without hard work and the right mindset won't grow. Cultivate a growth mindset. It starts with your self-talk. Challenge negative thoughts. Replace them with positive affirmations. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you expand your capacity for success. Now let's talk about something that's often overlooked in the pursuit of success: self-care. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? You can't be the best version of yourself if you're running on fumes. Think about it like this. Your body and mind are like high-performance machines. You wouldn't expect a car to run at peak performance without regular maintenance, would you? So why do we treat ourselves any differently? Self-care isn't selfish. It's essential. It's about giving yourself the fuel, the rest, and the rejuvenation you need to show up fully in your life. Look at someone like Richard Branson, a wildly successful entrepreneur who still prioritizes his health and well-being. He makes time for exercise, healthy eating, and spending time with loved ones. So, what's one small act of self-care you can commit to today? Maybe it's getting an extra hour of sleep, taking a walk in nature, or simply disconnecting from technology for a few hours. Your body and mind will thank you for it. Chapter 4. The Power of a Support Network. Let's face it, we're not meant to do this thing called life alone. We all need a support system, a tribe of people who believe in us, encourage us, and have our backs no matter what. Think about it. Even the most successful people in the world have teams of people supporting them, guiding them, and cheering them on. No one achieves greatness in isolation. Take Steve Jobs, for example. He had Steve Wozniak, his brilliant co-founder, and a whole team of dedicated individuals who shared his vision and helped him bring Apple to life. They challenged each other, pushed each other, and celebrated their successes together. Your support network doesn't have to be made up of industry titans. It can be your family, your friends, your mentors, your colleagues, anyone who uplifts you, inspires you, and believes in your potential. Surround yourself with positive, supportive people who want to see you succeed. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it, and be there to offer your support to others as well. Remember, a rising tide lifts all boats. Chapter 5. Embracing Failure. Let's talk about something that most of us try to avoid, like the plague failure. We're conditioned from a young age to fear it, to see it as a sign of weakness. But here's the thing, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone to it. Think about it. Every successful person you can think of has faced their fair share of setbacks, obstacles, and yes, even failures. The difference is, they didn't let those experiences define them. They learned from them, grew from them, and came back stronger than ever. Take J.K. Rowling, for example. Before she became the celebrated author of the Harry Potter series, she was a single mother struggling to make ends meet. Her manuscript for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was rejected by 12 different publishers before it was finally accepted. Can you imagine the sting of rejection 12 times over? But did she give up? Did she let those rejections crush her dream? Absolutely not. She persevered. She believed in her story, and the rest, as they say, is history. Every overnight success story is usually years in the making. It's about embracing the journey, the ups and downs, the lessons learned along the way. So, how do you embrace failure? It starts with reframing your perspective. See failure not as a setback, but as feedback. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to course correct. Remember, the only way to truly fail is to stop trying. Chapter 6. Stay organized. Let's be honest, life can get pretty chaotic, right? We're constantly bombarded with information, deadlines, and demands on our time. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, scattered, and like you're constantly playing catch-up. That's why staying organized is so crucial, not just for our external environment, but also for our minds. Think about it. A cluttered space often leads to a cluttered mind. When we're surrounded by disorganization, it can be difficult to focus, to prioritize, and to be productive. Organization is about creating systems and structures that work for you, that simplify your life, and that allow you to focus on what truly matters. Take Elon Musk, for example. He's notorious for his intense work ethic and his ability to manage multiple companies simultaneously. How does he do it? By being incredibly organized, disciplined, and focused. He breaks down his time into 5-minute blocks, delegates tasks effectively, and prioritizes ruthlessly. So, what's one small step you can take today to bring more organization into your life? Maybe it's clearing off your desk, creating a to-do list, or setting aside dedicated time blocks for specific tasks. Remember, even small changes can make a big difference. Chapter 7. The Power of Continuous Learning. In today's rapidly changing world, the only constant is change itself. What got you here won't necessarily get you there. To thrive in this environment, we need to become lifelong learners, constantly seeking out new knowledge, skills, and perspectives. Think about it. The moment we stop learning, we stop growing. We become stagnant, irrelevant, and out of touch. But when we embrace a mindset of continuous learning, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. Take Bill Gates, for example. He's one of the most successful entrepreneurs of all time, yet he's a voracious reader, constantly educating himself on a wide range of topics. He understands that knowledge is power, and that the more you learn, the more valuable you become. Learning doesn't have to be formal or time-consuming. It can be as simple as reading a book, listening to a podcast, taking an online course, or even just having a conversation with someone who has a different perspective. So, what's one thing you're curious about? What's one skill you've always wanted to learn? Make a commitment to yourself to dedicate at least 30 minutes a day to learning something new. The possibilities are endless. Chapter 8. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to get caught up in what we don't have, what's not going our way, and what's still left to achieve. We become so focused on the destination that we forget to appreciate the journey. That's why cultivating an attitude of gratitude is so important. Think about it. When we focus on what we're grateful for, it shifts our perspective. It allows us to see the good, to appreciate the abundance in our lives, and to attract even more positivity into our experience. Take Oprah Winfrey, for example. She's one of the most successful and influential women in the world, yet she starts every single day with a gratitude practice. She writes down 5 things she's grateful for, big or small, to set the tone for her day. Gratitude isn't about denying the challenges, it's about finding the good in the midst of them. So how do you cultivate an attitude of gratitude? It starts with making it a daily practice. Take a few minutes each day to reflect on the things you're grateful for. It could be your health, your family, your friends, your job, a beautiful sunset, a delicious meal, anything that brings you joy. The more you focus on the good, the more good you'll attract into your life. Chapter 9. In a world that's constantly demanding our time, energy, and attention, it's more important than ever to set healthy boundaries. Boundaries are not selfish. They're essential for protecting our well-being, our relationships, and our sanity. Think about it. When we don't set boundaries, we allow others to dictate our time, our energy, and even our values. We end up feeling resentful, overwhelmed, and burnt out. But when we establish clear boundaries, we create space for what truly matters. Take Ariana Huffington, for example. She's a successful businesswoman, author, and founder of the Huffington Post. She's also a huge advocate for setting boundaries, especially when it comes to technology and work-life balance. She understands that in order to be our best selves, we need to disconnect, recharge, and prioritize our well-being. So what's one boundary you can set today? Maybe it's turning off your phone after a certain hour, saying no to extra commitments, or scheduling dedicated time for yourself. Remember, boundaries are not about closing yourself off. They're about creating space for what truly matters. Chapter 10. We've talked about setting goals, developing a growth mindset, prioritizing self-care, building a support network, embracing failure, staying organized, continuous learning, practicing gratitude, and setting boundaries. But none of it matters if you don't take action. Think about it. Knowledge without action is like a car without an engine. It might look impressive, but it won't get you anywhere. The real magic happens when you take what you've learned and put it into practice. Take Malala Yousafzai, for example. At a young age, she became an advocate for girls' education, even in the face of danger and adversity. She didn't just talk about the importance of education, she took action, risking her own life to make a difference. She understood that even small acts of courage can have a ripple effect, inspiring others to do the same. Never underestimate the power of your actions, no matter how small they may seem. Every step you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to your goals. So what's one small step you can take today to move towards your goals? Take that step today. We've covered a lot of ground today, from setting smart goals to the power of taking action. Remember, unlocking your full potential is not a destination. It's a journey, a continuous process of growth, learning, and self-discovery. If you only take away one thing from this video, let it be this: you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Don't let fear, doubt, or limiting beliefs hold you back. Embrace the challenges, learn from your mistakes, and never give up on your dreams. Start small, be consistent, and watch as the transformation unfolds. Like this video, and subscribe to the channel for more videos on personal growth, self-improvement, and unleashing your full potential. Make it happen.